Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Stan here with you. Today I'm going to do a DIY on how to change your engine oil, the oil filter and air filter. This is basically on the 2012 Fluidic Verna, or internationally it's also the Accent. So this DIY is applicable on all the latest vehicles, the Hyundai Fluidic Verna or the Fluidic Accent from 2011 to present day. Also the Hyundai Elantra from 2012 to present. And also the Hyundai Creta from 2015 to present. All these vehicles have the same engine, that is the 1.6 CRDI engine, diesel engine. So obviously you can do this DIY in any of these vehicles. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing, as I have a lot of useful videos which I think will be great for you guys. So please do hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get future updates automatically. Yeah, so for any reason, if you guys can't watch this YouTube video, please do check out my website also, where I have this exact DIY in picture format and as well as text, so that's easy for you to follow up. I'll provide the links of that in the description below. So without further ado, let's get to the DIY. So basically, first you need a 27mm hex socket, a 10-inch extension rod, and also an L rod. So these three together cost just 500 rupees from your local hardware store. I've checked online and it's a bit expensive, so I would advise you to get these items from the local hardware store. So secondly, you'll need a 17mm wrench that is needed to remove the oil drain plug. So yeah, this is the air filter and this is the oil filter. It's original Hyundai. I'll always recommend genuine products while you do DIY. There are obviously aftermarket products also online for the same air filter and oil filter, but I always recommend to go with the OEM genuine products because it's already tried and tested by the company, and the price difference is not actually very much, just 50 or 100 rupees lesser than the genuine products. So I'd always strongly recommend go for the genuine products. You can order it from your local spare parts dealer, and like I said, this is 360 rupees and this is 425 rupees. That's it. So it's pretty cheap, so always go for the genuine products. Important thing while selecting the engine oil, what you should remember is that the recommended grade is actually 15W40 as shown here, but obviously you can use anything between 0W40 to 15W40, but the recommended is 15W40 grade, and the recommended oil specification is actually API CH4 or API CI4 or the API CI4 plus. So what we have here is the CI4 plus specification. So this is also very fine. This is actually a mineral engine oil. You can go fully synthetic if you want, but it is actually very expensive. It's almost 3 times the price of this. This thing cost around 1,500 to 1,600 rupees, whereas our favorite fully synthetic oil is actually Mobil Delvac one that costs around 4,600 to 5,000 rupees. So it's favorite among many Hyundai owners, but I really think it's not necessary. A normal mineral oil from a good brand such as Shell is more than enough, because anyway you will be changing your oil every 9,000 to 10,000 kilometers. So between fully synthetic and mineral oil, I'd obviously recommend just mineral oil, because I didn't see much difference in the engine response or the refinement levels. It's all the same. So Shell was fine for me. So you will also need a 2-ton jack stand like these, a pair of them, and also you will need a 2-ton hydraulic jack. Obviously it's not necessary to get the hydraulic jack. If you have a regular jack, that's enough. All you need to do is lift the front wheel so that you can place the hydraulic jack under the vehicle. There are actually 2 variants. There's actually a 2-ton jack and also a 3-ton jack. So some might think getting a 3-ton jack is better, but I would recommend against it because of one reason. Some hatchbacks and sedans can't actually place the 3-ton jack under it comfortably because you can't get the necessary elevation. The 3-ton jacks are actually recommended just for SUVs. So for sedans and hatchbacks, that is not recommended, because you'll have difficulty in fitting it under your vehicle, and that might end up as waste of money for you guys. So just get the 2-ton jack if you have just a normal sedan. Obviously if you have a Creta, you can go for the 3-ton jack stands. I'll provide the links of all those items in the description below, obviously, so just keep that in mind. So since you have seen all the items necessary for this DIY, without further ado, let's get to the DIY straight. So before you start this DIY, also make sure that you have the car running for 15 minutes and then start it, because the engine temperature should be warm enough so that the oil can come out smoothly. So just remember that. Guys, if any of you are not sure where to place the hydraulic jack, I'll show you exactly where to place it. This is the underbody. So see, this is where you should place the hydraulic jack so that you get maximum lift. If you place it here, your lift reduces. So place it on this position here, and then just next to it you can place the jack stand. So you get enough height and you get enough support also. Also make sure that you always have the handbrake on, and make sure that while you do this DIY, the car should be on a level flat ground so that the car does not slip and fall. So it's more safe. And as you can see, the tire is lifted from the ground. So you have enough place to work under the vehicle. Now before draining the engine oil, you'll have to remove this engine cover. So that is by just tugging it slowly here in this position and in this position. If you slowly tug it upwards, it has to come out. Yeah, there and here. Just gently tug it. The engine cover comes out like this. So before draining the engine oil, make sure you have this engine oil cap open slightly so that the engine oil drains faster. Just leave it open. Already the engine is warm because we had it running for 15 minutes. Now place this just straight under the engine oil drain bolt so that once you remove the drain bolt, it can catch the oil. Make sure you put it further backwards so that you don't spill any oil to the ground. So the engine drain bolt is actually exactly under the driver's side. That's the front wheel, and this is actually the engine oil drain bolt. So this is what you should remove. So you'll have to use the 17 mm wrench to remove this drain bolt. Loosen it. Yeah, it's loose now. Yeah, got it out. So there it is. You have the engine oil coming out. So let it drain completely, and then we can do the next step. So now while the engine oil is draining, the next step is to remove the engine oil filter that is right over here. So for this you need to use the 27 mm hex socket as well as the 10-inch rod as well as the L rod. So I'll show you how to fix that. So this is how the L rod would look like once you fix it together. So fix the 27 mm hex socket onto the oil filter cover and turn it in the anti-clockwise direction. So it should open. Just rotate it. Keep rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is how the old oil filter looks like. Now you'll have to remove the oil filter from inside just by tugging it outwards. This is how the old oil filter looks like once it's out from the filter housing. So you can keep that aside. Now the next step would be to clean this filter housing, and there's an O-ring over here as well as here. So removing this O-ring is a bit difficult. This is why you need a screwdriver. This is easy, this will come out. And this is the drain bolt, and this is the drain bolt washer. So you'll have to lubricate the new O-rings and this washer with the new oil and then place it back here. And meantime you'll have to clean this housing nicely with a dry cloth. Clean this part as well as this side. There is some old oil left behind here. You can use any new dry cloth to remove that. Make sure it's not a dirty cloth, it should be a nice clean cloth. So along with the new oil filter you also get one large O-ring, one small O-ring, and a washer for the drain plug. So now you'll have to lubricate all this. You'll have to lubricate the O-rings as well as the washer with new oil. So once you lubricate the O-rings and place it back in the filter housing, all you have to do is insert new oil filter back into the filter housing. Just plug it in, that's it. So this is how it looks once you replace new oil filter back into the housing. Now all you have to do is just insert it back inside. So that's it. We have tightened the oil filtering cover back inside. Just make sure that you don't over tight it. Just tighten it enough. Once it locks, that's it. So as you can see, the oil is still dripping. So let's wait for some more time before we insert the drain plug back again. The washer is lubricated with oil. So we'll just place it aside and we'll just replace the air filter right now and then come back to this. So this is how the new air filter looks like. I'll show you how to remove the old air filter and then place this. So replacing the air filter is actually a fairly simple step. There are two locks here, just have to unlock these. Okay, just move all the other wirings and just wiggle this little bit. There it is, that's it, it's out. You might want to remove this also for a little bit easier access. Yeah, just remove this as well so that you can move it a little bit freely. Why isn't this coming? Okay, so you release these two so that you can remove it freely. Then all you have to do is just remove this air filter from inside, like so. Oh, it's very dirty. Ah. Okay, so this is how the old air filter looks like. Let's place it aside. Let's insert the new air filter. So the new air filter is in, so just reverse the step again. So the air filter is placed back again. Make sure that you fix all the connectors back. So the next step would be to fit the drain bolt back again and remove all the jack stands and lower the vehicle. See how dirty the old engine oil looks like. So anyway, now it's time to put the brand new engine oil. So for filling the engine oil, you'll need a funnel like this so that it's easy, it doesn't spill around. So I did not mention how many liters of engine oil you need. Actually, all you need is just 5 liters of engine oil, and this can is exactly 5 liters. So you just have to fill the whole thing inside, no need of measurement, nothing. Actually, the company recommends 5.4 liters, but I've used only 5 liters and it's perfect. So once you refill the engine with the new engine oil, just let the engine run for a few minutes. Turn it off, wait for 5 to 10 minutes and then check the engine oil level with the dipstick over here. It should be between maximum and minimum, and if it is there, then it's okay, it's perfect. And also make sure that there's no engine oil leak from the engine drain bolt side. Guys, if you did find this DIY useful, please do hit that like button and please do subscribe. Please do check out my website, which is wheelandmotor.in, and thanks for watching. It's me, Stan, signing out. Until next time, bye bye.